Frank Award winners. We give out the Neil Frank Award to those who have had a nationwide significant impact on our ability to deal with hurricanes, either in the prepared response, recovery, or mitigation mode. And it's a real honor for me to see that Brandon Belinsky and Mathew Green received these awards this year. Brandon is the Hurricane Program Manager for FEMA Region 4 out of Atlanta, and Mathew is the Hurricane Liaison Team Manager who's stationed down at Miami at the National Hurricane Center. Both Brandon and Mathew are being recognized for their collaborative efforts in transforming FEMA's Hurricane Liaison Team into the trusted asset it has become today for providing critical decision support services to thousands of emergency managers across the nations for their development and input and support of this program. For those of you who went through Sandy, who could ever forget the response that the Hurricane Liaison Team provided was, it's a dynamic situation that requires constant monitoring. They're also recognized as key developers and structures for the L311 Hurricane Preparedness for Coastal Communities and the L324 Hurricane Preparedness for Decision Makers. Also other hurricane short courses and the Hurricane training. How many of y'all have taken any one of those courses in your lifetime? Well, if you've ever been privileged to listen to Brandon and Mathew teach and train these, you understand the dedication and the enthusiasm they have in presenting these courses. And you certainly come back learning something. So without any further ado, I'd like to ask Mathew to come up and accept the award on behalf of Brandon and himself, and I think we'll have Brandon online for any thoughts he may have.
So thank you, first of all, to the conference and the awards committee. I'm humbled by the recognition. It's not something I ever expected, but it is made even more special that I'm being recognized with my colleague and longtime friend Brandon Belinsky, who I've known and worked with for almost 30 years. And so about me, I grew up just about 4 miles from here, and I knew at a young age that I wanted to be a meteorologist, but I never had any idea that a career where emergency management and meteorology met was an option. I didn't know it existed. And as it happened, Brandon is actually the one who first told me to apply for a job with the state of Florida in their Emergency Operations Center. So I've been extremely fortunate throughout my career working with tremendous people. And in particular, I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to 2 past award winners who are the reason I'm standing before you today. The first of those is Craig Fugate. He saw potential in me and gave me countless opportunities to excel. When I worked at the state of Florida, he used to say that he liked to hire meteorologists. I think probably because we were cheap hires out of FSU, but also because as meteorologists we were already critical thinkers, and he knew he could teach anyone emergency management. But you know, Craig wasn't the first person to hire. He did so much to foster and grow positions like mine and Brandon's at the state of Florida, and the many others who followed. The second person is Max Mayfield. Max recruited me for this job at the Hurricane Center, and he told me FEMA's going to be creating a position to manage the Hurricane Liaison Team, also known as HLT, if you ever heard it. Max welcomed me into the Hurricane Center family, and I've had the honor to work alongside passionate public servants like Dan Brown and others for 21 hurricane seasons. So maybe it was fate, or maybe it was just bad luck, but not long after I started, Charlie made landfall in Florida, and the rest of the Florida 4 hurricanes that season. And My second year as the lead for HLT was the 2005 season. And it's not lost on me the significance of this anniversary. As a son of New Orleans, Katrina changed everything, and it changed me. And the HLT demonstrates the power of partnerships and direct human communication, and it is what enables the Hurricane Center to deliver the most actionable information possible to emergency managers. And I want to be clear, I neither came up with the concept, nor am I the reason for its success. I'm here standing on the shoulders of giants, Bill Massey, Billy Wagner as the architects of the HLT, NHC directors, hurricane and storm surge specialists, FEMA regional program managers like Brandon. All of them work tirelessly, storm after storm, with a singular purpose, the safety of the American people. And so, just speaking personally, I want to take also the moment to say thank you to Tiffany O'Connor and Michael Spagnolo, who serve alongside me day after day, as well as my supervisor, Chris Blaze, and Brandon included. Without them, I would have lost my way many years ago. And I will finish by saying to everyone here that I'm very grateful to the men and women of FEMA, the National Hurricane Center, and the emergency management community, past and present. Our collective work, it is tremendously important. We affect people's lives and we change the outcomes. And so again, I thank you, and it is my great pleasure to introduce my colleague and dear friend, Brandon Belinsky.
Thanks, Matthew. I'm not getting audio back from you, so I'm hoping you're still standing and clapping. Okay, good. Hey, thanks so much for this award. Thanks to the Hurricane Conference and Awards Committee. I was beyond surprised and still can't get over that I'm even in the realm of the recipients that have won this award prior to me. I wish I could be there with y'all to celebrate and learn and be. It's a big part of my life and part of my job, and it's hard not to be there. Speaking of all those recipients, I'm like Matthew. I wouldn't be here today without a lot of those folks, and you know who you are. They've pushed me along. Some of the same people that Matthew mentioned. They pushed me along and given me these opportunities that I could not imagine being able to experience, I would trade for a little. I don't know what else I could do other than this. This is my passion, other than fishing in the mountains. You're stuck with me for a little longer too. Thanks to also the team, as Matthew mentioned, couldn't do it without the team that we have that works day in and day out on this. The National Hurricane Program managers throughout the region and headquarters, throughout the nation and headquarters. The National Hurricane Center, thank you for dealing with all of my questions and bugging you nonstop and sitting in on your briefings and listening to you and pointing things out that probably wrong anyways. Thanks to Corps of Engineers, our Corps of Engineers partners that work on the hurricane evacuation studies and all the study district managers, my HurEvac family, really important part of our program. Speaking of family, it's obvious I probably have a very strong family at home. My wife and kids humble me and keep me honest and continue to be great role models for me also. A big thanks to the HLT, as Matthew mentioned, Tiffany Spags. That is the hardest thing I have to do here other than budget and paperwork. But the most rewarding, as you know. Anything that's hard to do is most rewarding, and learn so much from, and just experience and what it does for the soul is amazing. And then lastly, Matthew. A lot of what I've done throughout my career, what have I experienced, Matthew's been there with me professionally and personally. And it's pretty awesome to be able to say that and to have someone like that that's pushed me and made me a better program manager, a better father, a better teammate, and really strive for excellence. So thank you, Matthew, for all of that, and congratulations on your award also. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy.